Hello and welcome to Health Zone. Do you find yourself waking up multiple times during the night just to use the bathroom? If so, you're not alone. This condition is called nocturia, and while it's common, especially as we age, it's not something you simply have to accept. Interrupted sleep not only leaves you exhausted the next day, but over time it can seriously impact your mood, focus, blood pressure, and even your immune system. What many people don't realize is that frequent nighttime urination often has a strong connection to your blood sugar levels, your diet, and even the timing of what you eat and drink. Now, before we dive into the foods that can help reduce nighttime urination, let's quickly touch on why this is happening in the first place. When blood sugar is elevated, especially in the evening, the kidneys work overtime to filter that excess glucose out of the bloodstream. And how do they do that? Through urine. This is why people with poor blood sugar control, whether diabetic or not, often experience increased urination, especially at night. Additionally, some foods irritate the bladder or act as diuretics, making the problem worse. But the good news is there are foods that work with your body to help stabilize blood sugar, support bladder health, and calm inflammation, naturally and gently. The first food I want to talk about is chia seeds. These tiny seeds are packed with fiber and healthy fats, and they form a gel-like consistency when mixed with liquid. That gel helps slow the absorption of carbohydrates in your digestive system, which means fewer sugar spikes and fewer sugar crashes. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in your smoothie, oatmeal, or yogurt can help keep your blood sugar stable and support hydration at a cellular level. Next up, we have pumpkin seeds. Often overlooked, these little seeds are nutritional powerhouses. They're rich in magnesium, which plays a vital role in blood sugar regulation and muscle relaxation. This includes the muscles of your bladder. Magnesium also helps reduce inflammation, which may ease bladder sensitivity that contributes to nocturia. Try a small handful as a snack or sprinkle them over a salad or soup. Then we have leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, arugula, and collard greens. These vegetables are low in carbohydrates and high in potassium, calcium, and magnesium. They help balance electrolytes in the body and reduce water retention, which supports the kidneys and bladder. And because they don't spike blood sugar, you can enjoy generous portions without worry. Another food to consider is cinnamon. This warm, fragrant spice has been shown in studies to support healthy insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar levels when used consistently. Just half a teaspoon a day added to your morning coffee, tea, or oatmeal may help reduce glucose fluctuations that lead to excessive urination. Of course, always choose pure Ceylon cinnamon when possible and avoid sugar-laden cinnamon products. Let's move on to avocados. Rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and loaded with fiber, avocados are incredibly blood sugar friendly. They also contain potassium, which helps reduce water retention and supports a healthy fluid balance. Including avocado in your lunch or dinner may help reduce the urge to urinate overnight, especially if it replaces a more processed, carbohydrate-heavy food. Now, one of my favorites for stable energy and blood sugar is lentils. These legumes are high in protein and complex carbohydrates. They digest slowly, providing a steady release of glucose rather than a sudden spike. They're also rich in folate and magnesium, 2 nutrients that support urinary tract health. A bowl of lentil soup or a lentil salad can be a satisfying and functional addition to your day. Don't forget about berries, especially blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. These fruits are naturally low on the glycemic index, meaning they don't cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. They're also loaded with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that support both bladder and metabolic health. You can enjoy a small bowl of berries with some plain yogurt or cottage cheese for a delicious and functional dessert. Lastly, let's talk about Greek yogurt, but make sure it's unsweetened. Greek yogurt is a rich source of probiotics, which helps support gut health and may indirectly support better blood sugar control. It also provides protein, which slows digestion and helps keep you feeling full longer. The calcium in yogurt may also support healthy nerve signaling in the bladder. If dairy doesn't agree with you, there are some plant-based probiotic yogurts that offer similar benefits without added sugars. Now, before we wrap up, Let me give you one more practical tip that often gets overlooked. While these foods can certainly help, the timing of your fluid intake matters just as much. Try to drink most of your water earlier in the day and taper off by dinner. This gives your kidneys time to filter excess fluids before you go to bed. Also, avoid caffeine and alcohol late in the day. Both are bladder irritants and can worsen nocturia. Remember, no single food is a magic fix, but when you combine the right foods with mindful hydration, regular movement, and stress management, the body responds. These changes support your blood sugar, calm the bladder, and help you reclaim restful, uninterrupted sleep. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with someone who might be struggling with the same issue. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical, evidence-based wellness tips that you can actually use. Wishing you better nights and brighter days ahead. Nocturia is a condition that causes a person to wake up during the night one or more times to urinate. While it might seem like a minor inconvenience at first, frequent nighttime urination can have a major impact on quality of life. Most people associate nighttime urination with simply drinking too much water before bed, but the truth is that nocturia often stems from a deeper issue within the body. It may be a sign of an imbalance in blood sugar, hormonal shifts, kidney function, or even bladder irritation or inflammation. Over time, if left unaddressed, nocturia can lead to poor sleep quality, chronic fatigue, mood disturbances, and increased risk of other health complications linked to sleep deprivation. Waking up once per night to use the bathroom may not be unusual, especially in older adults. But when it happens 2, 3, or even more times, it begins to interfere with the body's ability to enter deep, restorative stages of sleep. This affects not only how you feel in the morning, but how well your brain and body perform throughout the day. Concentration, memory, mood, and even immune function are all directly impacted by how well you sleep at night. For people who deal with nocturia regularly, the constant interruptions become more than just an annoyance. They become a real barrier to overall wellness. Nocturia can occur for many different reasons. One of the most common yet often overlooked causes is elevated blood sugar. When blood sugar levels are high, especially in the evening, the kidneys try to eliminate the excess glucose through urine. This process is known as osmotic diuresis. As a result, the bladder fills more quickly, signaling the body to wake up and empty it. This is particularly common in individuals with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, but can also occur in those without a formal diagnosis if blood sugar is not being well managed through diet and lifestyle. Nocturia can also be triggered by bladder irritants like caffeine or alcohol, certain medications such as diuretics, or health conditions that affect bladder function, such as prostate enlargement or overactive bladder. Hormonal changes may also play a role. As we age, the body produces less antidiuretic hormone, a chemical that helps the kidneys concentrate urine at night, so you don't have to wake up as often. With lower levels of this hormone, more urine is produced overnight, contributing to nocturia. Sleep disorders like sleep apnea can further complicate the issue, as poor oxygen levels and disrupted sleep cycles may stimulate nighttime urination even if fluid intake was limited. Despite its many possible causes, nocturia is manageable. The key lies in identifying the underlying triggers and making small but consistent changes to reduce their impact. Nutrition plays a critical role here, especially when it comes to regulating blood sugar levels and avoiding foods that irritate the bladder. It's also important to look at hydration habits. How much fluid is being consumed and when? By understanding what's really driving the need to urinate during the night, it becomes possible to take targeted steps that improve both bladder control and sleep quality. There is a strong and often underestimated connection between blood sugar levels and frequent nighttime urination. Many people don't realize that when their blood sugar is elevated, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, the body may respond by increasing urine production. This response is the body's natural way of trying to rid itself of excess glucose circulating in the bloodstream. When sugar levels rise beyond what the body can efficiently manage, the kidneys step in to help by filtering more blood and pushing the extra sugar out through urine. Unfortunately, this also means a full bladder during the night, which leads to disrupted sleep and multiple bathroom visits, a condition commonly known as nocturia. This connection is particularly noticeable in individuals who are insulin resistant, prediabetic, or living with type 2 diabetes. However, even those without a formal diagnosis can experience these symptoms if their diet is high in refined sugars and processed carbohydrates, meals that cause rapid spikes in blood glucose, such as those loaded with white bread, sugary drinks, pastries, and other simple carbs, can create a cycle of elevated insulin and glucose levels that lasts well into the night. As a result, the kidneys remain active trying to flush that sugar out of the system, causing the bladder to fill more frequently and disrupt restful sleep. The issue is not only about the quantity of sugar consumed, but also the timing. Late night snacks that are high in sugar or simple carbs can create glucose surges right before bedtime, leaving the body working overtime throughout the night to stabilize levels. This doesn't just affect sleep quality. It affects overall metabolism, hormone balance, and the body's ability to recover and repair. If these blood sugar disruptions happen consistently, they can contribute to a pattern of poor sleep and persistent fatigue, which in turn makes it harder to manage weight, energy levels, and mood throughout the day. The good news is that regulating blood sugar through dietary and lifestyle changes can significantly reduce the frequency of nighttime urination. Choosing foods that have a low glycemic impact, meaning they are digested slowly and release glucose steadily, can help keep insulin levels balanced and prevent those overnight glucose spikes that trigger excess urination. Examples include fiber, rich vegetables, legumes, healthy fats, and protein-rich meals that help keep blood sugar steady for hours. It's also important to manage portion sizes and avoid heavy, sugary meals late in the day. In addition to food choices, physical activity plays a key role. Even light exercise after dinner, such as a short walk, can improve insulin sensitivity and support glucose regulation, reducing the likelihood of elevated nighttime blood sugar. Staying hydrated is essential too, but the timing of fluids should be adjusted. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day and tapering off by early evening supports kidney function without overloading the bladder during sleep hours. Understanding how blood sugar affects nighttime urination empowers people to make practical, science-based choices to improve their sleep and overall health. By focusing on balanced nutrition, smart hydration, and healthy movement, it becomes possible to break the cycle of nocturia driven by blood sugar imbalances, naturally and without relying solely on medications. Diet plays a central role in managing both blood sugar levels and the symptoms of nocturia, including frequent nighttime urination. What we eat has a direct effect on how our bodies regulate glucose, inflammation, and kidney function, all of which contribute to how often we feel the urge to urinate during the night. Certain foods can irritate the bladder, increase fluid output, or cause spikes in blood sugar, while others can help calm the urinary system and keep glucose levels stable. Making the right dietary choices is a powerful, natural way to support better sleep, reduce overnight bathroom trips, and improve overall well-being without needing to rely heavily on medications. One of the most important aspects of diet in this context is how it affects blood sugar control. Consuming meals that are high in refined sugars and simple carbohydrates, such as white bread, pastries, candy, and sugary beverages, can cause blood sugar levels to rise quickly. These spikes lead to increased insulin production and, in many cases, cause the kidneys to work harder to filter out the excess sugar. As part of this process, more urine is produced, especially in the hours following meals. If these types of foods are consumed close to bedtime, they can result in high blood sugar levels overnight, prompting the body to eliminate the excess glucose through urination and causing interruptions in sleep. In contrast, a diet rich in fiber, lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates can help keep blood sugar levels more stable. Foods like leafy greens, beans, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and low-glycemic fruits provide long-lasting energy without causing rapid glucose spikes. These foods also support digestive health, reduce inflammation, and help maintain kidney and bladder function. By avoiding sharp fluctuations in blood sugar, you can reduce the pressure on your kidneys and lower the chances of needing to urinate during the night. Beyond blood sugar, some foods can directly affect the bladder. Caffeine and alcohol, for example, are known diuretics that increase urine production and irritate the bladder lining. Spicy foods, acidic fruits like oranges and tomatoes, and artificial sweeteners may also trigger bladder sensitivity in some individuals. Reducing or avoiding these foods, especially in the evening, can help minimize bladder irritation and decrease nighttime urges. Hydration habits also tie closely into diet. While drinking enough water is essential for overall health, drinking large amounts late in the evening can contribute to nocturia. The key is to stay well hydrated throughout the day and gradually reduce fluid intake in the hours before bedtime. It's also helpful to consume water-rich foods earlier in the day, such as cucumbers, melons, and soups, which can support hydration without burdening the bladder overnight. Including foods with natural anti-inflammatory properties in your diet may further support bladder health. Ingredients like turmeric, ginger, berries, and omega-3 rich foods like flax seeds and walnuts can help reduce internal inflammation, potentially easing bladder overactivity and sensitivity. When the bladder is less inflamed, it becomes less reactive, and that means fewer unnecessary signals telling you to wake up and use the bathroom. In the end, it's not just about what you eat, but also when and how consistently you eat it. Establishing regular meal times, avoiding large or heavy dinners, and limiting sugar-laden snacks in the evening can make a significant difference in how your body functions overnight. Diet is a daily opportunity to make small, impactful changes that collectively improve your sleep, your blood sugar, and your urinary health. By focusing on nourishing, balanced meals and being mindful of bladder triggers, you can take meaningful steps toward reducing nocturia and supporting overall health in a natural, sustainable way. Hydration timing is one of the most overlooked yet essential aspects when it comes to managing nocturia, or frequent nighttime urination. Most people understand that staying hydrated is critical for overall health. Water helps regulate body temperature, supports digestion, cushions joints, and flushes out toxins. But what many people don't realize is that when you drink water matters just as much as how much you drink, especially if you're dealing with disrupted sleep caused by multiple nighttime trips to the bathroom. Drinking too much fluid too close to bedtime is one of the most common contributors to nocturia. When you consume large amounts of water or any beverage late in the evening, your kidneys continue to process that fluid, filling your bladder as you sleep. For some people, this means waking up once. For others, especially those with sensitive bladders, insulin resistance, or underlying inflammation, it could mean waking up several times throughout the night. This repeated interruption not only affects the quality of your sleep, but also how you feel the next day, causing fatigue, brain fog, irritability, and even weakening the immune system over time. The good news is that adjusting your hydration schedule can make a noticeable difference. The goal isn't to reduce your total fluid intake. In fact, most people need to drink more water during the day, but to front-load hydration in the morning and afternoon. Start your day with 1 or 2 glasses of water shortly after waking up. This helps rehydrate your body after a night of sleep and starts your metabolism. Continue to sip water throughout the day, ideally between meals, to stay hydrated without diluting stomach acid during digestion. By mid-afternoon, you can begin tapering your fluid intake slightly. By early evening, say around 6 or 7 p.m., it's best to consciously reduce how much you drink. That doesn't mean you need to stop drinking altogether. Just be mindful. A few sips with dinner are fine, but avoid large glasses of water, sugary drinks, or caffeine-containing beverages late in the evening. Caffeine in particular is a diuretic and bladder stimulant, which can make nocturia even worse. Also, be cautious with beverages that contain alcohol or artificial sweeteners. Even if consumed in small amounts, these substances can irritate the bladder lining and increase urinary urgency and frequency. Herbal teas marketed as relaxing, or bedtime. Teas may be soothing, but if they have diuretic herbs like dandelion or hibiscus, they could actually increase nighttime urination. Always check the ingredients and test what works best for your body. Hydration timing becomes even more important if you're already managing conditions like high blood sugar, kidney concerns, or bladder sensitivity. These conditions can make the body more reactive to fluid intake, particularly at night. In such cases, eating water-rich foods during the daytime, like cucumbers, watermelon, leafy greens, or soups, can support hydration without overloading the bladder in the evening hours. It's also worth noting that while proper hydration supports kidney function and helps flush excess sugar from the bloodstream, the process needs to be balanced with your body's natural rhythms. Spacing out your fluid intake and avoiding the bulk of your drinking in the hours leading up to bedtime allows your body time to process and excrete fluids earlier in the evening, giving your bladder a break during the night. By simply shifting your hydration habits, drinking more in the first half of the day, and less as bedtime approaches, you can often reduce the number of times you need to get up at night. This small adjustment, combined with the right diet and lifestyle changes, can have a powerful impact on improving sleep quality and reducing the discomfort and disruption that nocturia brings. When it comes to managing nocturia, or frequent nighttime urination, your food choices can play a significant role, not just in supporting bladder health, but also in maintaining balanced blood sugar levels, which are often closely tied to this condition. While many people focus solely on hydration habits, they often overlook the impact that certain foods have on how the body processes fluids and glucose. The right foods can work naturally to reduce inflammation, calm the bladder, and prevent those disruptive nighttime awakenings. Here's a closer look at 8 foods that may help improve this situation and support better sleep through nutritional balance. One of the most helpful foods is chia seeds. These tiny seeds are packed with soluble fiber, which helps slow digestion and the release of sugar into the bloodstream. When soaked, chia seeds form a gel-like consistency that can help with hydration at the cellular level while also preventing blood sugar spikes that might trigger nighttime urination. Just a spoonful added to your smoothie or yogurt can make a big difference. Pumpkin seeds are another excellent choice. Rich in magnesium and zinc, they support muscle relaxation and bladder control. Magnesium also plays a key role in regulating blood sugar and reducing inflammation, both of which contribute to fewer overnight bathroom visits. A small handful of pumpkin seeds can make a great snack, especially earlier in the day. Leafy green vegetables such as spinach, kale, and collards are full of essential minerals like potassium and calcium. These greens help maintain proper fluid balance and reduce the strain on your kidneys. They are also low in carbohydrates, making them ideal for blood sugar control. Adding a salad or steamed greens to your dinner can support urinary health without spiking glucose levels. Cinnamon is not just a flavorful spice. It has been shown to support insulin sensitivity and help lower blood sugar naturally when used consistently. A sprinkle of cinnamon in your tea smoothie or oatmeal may help regulate your glucose levels, particularly when consumed earlier in the day. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that may benefit the urinary tract. Avocados are rich in heart-healthy fats, fiber, and potassium. They help keep you full, reduce cravings for sugar, and support steady blood sugar levels. They're also naturally anti-inflammatory and hydrating, making them a good addition to your diet if nocturia is an issue. Including avocado in your lunch or dinner can be a satisfying, blood sugar-friendly choice. Lentils, often overlooked, are a powerhouse of nutrition. They are high in plant-based protein and complex carbohydrates that digest slowly, helping to prevent blood sugar spikes and crashes. They also provide iron, magnesium, and fiber, which support energy levels, muscle function, and digestive balance, all of which indirectly support bladder health. Berries such as blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries are packed with antioxidants and low in natural sugars. They have a low glycemic impact, which means they won't cause sudden glucose spikes that trigger excess urine production. They also contain compounds that reduce inflammation, which can be helpful for calming an overactive bladder. A small serving of berries earlier in the day can be both delicious and beneficial. Finally, unsweetened Greek yogurt provides a good source of protein and probiotics. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar, while probiotics support gut health, which is closely linked to immune and metabolic function. The calcium and magnesium in yogurt can also support muscle function and help relax the bladder. Just make sure to avoid yogurts that contain added sugars, which could work against your efforts to manage blood sugar and nocturia. By incorporating these 8 foods into your daily meals and snacks, you can create a balanced nutritional foundation that supports stable blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and calms bladder activity. These changes may not bring instant results, but over time, they can make a noticeable difference in how often you wake up during the night, improving both the quality of your sleep and your overall health. Lifestyle habits and sleep routines play a major role in managing nocturia, the condition of waking frequently during the night to urinate. While diet and hydration are key components, many people overlook how daily habits, stress levels, and sleep patterns directly affect bladder function and nighttime awakenings. The body is designed to follow a rhythm, our internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, which regulates everything from hormone production to digestion and urine output. When this rhythm is disrupted, it can contribute to poor sleep quality and increased nighttime urination. Making a few consistent adjustments to lifestyle and sleep hygiene can have a significant impact on improving symptoms. One of the most effective ways to support better sleep and reduce nocturia is to create a regular bedtime routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate the hormones that control sleep and bladder function. When sleep is irregular or constantly disrupted, the body produces less of the antidiuretic hormone that helps concentrate urine during the night. This means more urine is produced and the bladder fills up faster. Establishing a calming routine, such as dimming lights in the evening, turning off screens an hour before bed, and practicing deep breathing or light stretching, can signal to the body that it's time to wind down, improving both sleep quality and bladder control. Physical activity also plays an important role. Regular exercise, especially during the day, improves circulation, supports blood sugar regulation, and enhances kidney and bladder function. Even light activities like walking, yoga, or stretching can help reduce fluid retention and improve sleep patterns. However, it's important not to exercise too close to bedtime, as intense activity can stimulate the nervous system and make it harder to fall asleep. Earlier workouts, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, are better for supporting restful sleep and healthy urinary patterns. Managing stress is another crucial factor. High stress levels increase the production of cortisol, a hormone that can interfere with sleep and may lead to increased urination. Chronic stress can also cause the bladder muscles to become overactive or hypersensitive. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or even listening to calming music before bed can help relax the body and mind, creating a more peaceful environment for sleep. Reducing mental stimulation before bed allows the nervous system to transition into a restorative state, reducing the likelihood of waking up during the night. Sleep posture can even have an effect. Elevating the legs for a short period before going to bed can help redistribute fluid that has pooled in the lower limbs throughout the day. This gentle repositioning helps the body eliminate excess fluid before sleep begins, reducing the amount of urine produced overnight. Some people find benefit from wearing compression socks during the day to support circulation and limit fluid buildup in the legs, which may otherwise shift back into the bloodstream when lying down and trigger nighttime urination. Another lifestyle tip that often goes unmentioned is to monitor the timing of medications and supplements. Some over-the-counter remedies, including vitamins, herbs, and especially diuretics, can increase urine output. If taken late in the day, these can contribute directly to nocturia. Working with a healthcare provider to schedule these supplements earlier in the day can help reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. Ultimately, lifestyle and sleep adjustments are about creating a supportive environment where the body can rest, recover, and function optimally. These strategies may take time to show full results, but when practiced consistently, they can lead to noticeable improvements in both sleep quality and bladder control. It's the combination of small, healthy decisions, regular sleep patterns, stress reduction, physical activity, and mindful fluid timing that helps break the cycle of frequent nighttime urination and restores the deep, uninterrupted rest that the body needs to thrive. In conclusion, managing frequent nighttime urination, also known as nocturia, requires a thoughtful, holistic approach that considers diet, hydration habits, blood sugar control, and daily lifestyle choices. It's not just about cutting back on fluids or taking medication. It's about understanding how your body responds to what you eat, when you hydrate, and how you support your sleep cycle. By incorporating specific foods that help lower blood sugar and calm the bladder, adjusting your hydration timing to prevent overnight fluid buildup, and creating a consistent sleep routine, you can naturally reduce those disruptive nighttime awakenings. The goal is not just to sleep through the night, but to wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and in control of your health. With simple, consistent changes like adding fiber, rich meals, reducing refined sugars, being mindful of caffeine or alcohol intake, and adopting calming bedtime habits, you give your body the support it needs to restore balance. It's a gradual process, but one that can make a significant difference over time. Always consult a trusted healthcare professional if symptoms persist, but know that many of these natural strategies can empower you to take meaningful steps toward better sleep and better overall well-being starting today.